Well, we need to talk about two midfielders today, Mason Mount and Conor Gallagher. Now, let's talk about Mason Mount because we all know this player has been in talks with Manchester United, and it just came out that apparently Chelsea have been offering him multiple different contracts, one up to $200,000, yet he rejected that. So that lets us know that his future at Chelsea is completely done. We will not see Mason Mount ever again as a Chelsea player, which again is quite shocking. But if you look at it, the board obviously did what they could possibly do to keep this player. $200,000 for a player like Mason Mount I think is reasonable. Maybe he wanted 250, 300, I guess. But when you look at the last season and how Mason Mount plays, yes, he's a great player. Yes, he's done well at Chelsea. Last season wasn't his best season, but still, he is a player that we can easily replace. And when I say easily, I don't mean just get rid of him and don't worry about it. I mean that there are other players with his caliber that can come into Chelsea and do the exact same job, even though, again, I understand that Mason Mount came through the academy. This is his boyhood club, but still, this is a business. And when you have players that do not want to be here anymore, you have to get rid of them because as we've seen this past season, when players stick around for longer than they should, this causes issue in the locker room, but also when you try playing them on the field, you just don't get the motivation. And again, they lack that and the team sees that. And again, it makes other players upset because they're not playing over that player. And therefore, again, if Mason Mount doesn't want to be here, it makes total sense that he's not going to be here next season, even though Pochettino does want him. So again, let's be clear. Pochettino wanted him. The board tried keeping him. Mason Mount did not want to stay here, though, even though we offered him $200,000. Now, to flip on the other side of that, we have Conor Gallagher, who is determined to stay at Chelsea and fight for his position to make it into this midfield. And this is the type of player that you want at your club, not just at Chelsea, but again, any other club, because a player that's going to fight for his position shows that he has determination. He does not just care about the money, the paycheck coming in. He wants to play for a really solid team, get playing minutes, and again, keep growing as a player, which he will do at this club because, again, if he does not start, he may be behind some other players, but as we've seen time and time again, players do get hurt, players get opportunities, and players take those opportunities and start showing up and scoring goals, which Conor Gallagher has done for us. It makes a huge difference. And again, I think Conor Gallagher can be one of these key essential players for Pochettino because of his energy, his work ethic, and we all know how Pochettino just wants to run all day long with his players. Conor Gallagher is that prime player that he can utilize. Now, I don't know how he's going to utilize him just yet. We will have to wait and see how Pochettino does it in the preseason and along with the season itself. But still, this is the player that I'm looking forward to at Chelsea still because we've been getting rid of a lot of other players, and I'm not too sure what players are going to be sticking around at the end of this summer, but Conor Gallagher will be here. And again, really looking forward to how his season turns out under Pochettino because I think Pochettino can get him to the next level. A lot of people have been talking about he's already met his max, but still, when you watched him at Crystal Palace 2 seasons ago, phenomenal player under Patrick Vieira. And again, it was at Crystal Palace where, yes, they were a subpar team. I know they finished above Chelsea this past season, but still, when you're looking at the caliber of players at Chelsea compared to Crystal Palace, it's way distorted. And again, Chelsea can get a lot more out of their players and again go a lot further in the Premier League table and possibly win it along with FA Cup, League Cup. They're not in the Champions League again this season, but still they have the opportunity to win titles moving forward, especially with Pochettino. And I think Conor Gallagher could be a key factor in that along with Enzo, Wesley Fofana, Shield, again, all these other players. But still, Conor Gallagher showing why he wants to be at this club and why he's a blue through and through because, again, he's going to fight for this position like players used to do back in the mid-2000s with Frank Lampard, with John Terry. All these players had to fight for their position. Ashley Cole, these guys had to step up and take their opportunity when they possibly could, and when they did, they held on to those positions and they became legends at the club. Not saying Conor Gallagher's going to do the exact same thing, but he has the drive of those players, and that is what we want to see. So that is all I have for you today in this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that, and I will see you in our next video.